Okay, so we talked a little bit about that Crip Max situation, but I'd like to slide over to something else, man. Now, recently, one of your partners there in Vegas got called out by a major page in hip hop. And I'm talking about King Yella. Now, King Yella was called out and there was some snitch allegations being thrown out there to fallout. Or what do you think about these snitch allegations that were out there about King Yella?
Man, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Ain't no way possible you can get a snitch out of a conversation with a police. You talking every gangster in the world having a conversation with a police. You talking about gang members that's, actively on music, telling the whole world that they GDs and they BDs and killing and, robbing and shooting people. Come on, man. What can he possibly tell on them that they already told on themselves? See, a lot of these rappers get on the internet and tell on themselves. Nobody got to tell on them. Just because the detectives asked this man, is he a GD? Yeah. Once that man said, yeah, he a GD, but no, we don't fuck around. We ain't beefing, man. I don't fuck with them niggas like that. Is he a GD? Yeah, I know him, but he there, but I don't fuck with him like that. Where do you get snitching out of that? Now, with the gun situation, how do you get, I don't give a who this is. Damn. I don't give a who this is. If I got a gun in the car and somebody take and the gun in the car me, and it's my baby mama's, I'm going to say, man, that's my baby mama's. This is a finesse. My baby mama been with me for years. She already know the lowdown. If they call you and ask you, say, your gun, she already know, say, yeah, that's my gun. Show me what a snitching at. Ain't no snitching in that. A lot of times, man, a lot of these guys, man, for real, man, they hating on Yella. I mean, they hating on Yella because he made it out, man. He living in big, pretty house. He doing his thing. Got plenty of money, and niggas hating on him. Because they cannot sum that up to be snitching under no circumstances. No, sir.
Okay. Now, here's a question. Here's a question in that. Like, or something that you mentioned, you talked about the fact that he was in the car. Well, he was in the car and then he put the gun on his baby mom's. Isn't that just a common thing that a lot of people do when they know somebody that they're rocking with has a clean record or whatnot?
Every gangster in the world do it, man. Everywhere. That's a finesse. That's a finesse. You can have a gun in the car and say, man, that's my homeboy gun. The homeboy that you talking about already know to come pick that charge up. That's the rotation, my nigga. So they just trying to do anything to slander this man's name because he's standing tall through it all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, and trust me, just because I love Yella, if he was a rat, I'd stand on rat. I'd be like, man, nah, nephew, ratted. You got, you did. But there's no form of fashion that's considered snitching.
Nah, I get that.
Yeah, nobody went to jail. Nobody's, he didn't start up no case. Like, what do you get snitching with this Like, come on, man, that's a form of jealousy at its highest degree.
Now, here's a real question. Do you think that 1090 Jake did the video with any malintent? Like, did you think it was put out there to hurt Yella? Or do you think he was really just trying to bring some news to light?
He was trying to destroy Yella. He was trying to destroy Yella with false accusations because Yella exposed him. You know what I'm saying? 1090 Jake's a rat, man. Point blank period. He got it documented that he told in the system. He's a rat. He just chasing the bag. He wasn't gonna bother Yella until Yella exposed him as a rat and said that exposed him as a rat, and it was something else. He said that he tried to diss Duck. Yeah, he tried to diss Duck. So when Yella did that, that's when 1090J come back with these fake allegations, man.
Okay, I wasn't familiar about the FBG Duck diss or whatnot like that.
Yeah.
But I know they've had a back and forth, and you try to be fair, especially when you're in this media game, to make sure you sit in the middle and you hear both sides out. But that video was damaging because it seemed like King Yella, it was the first time I ever seen him have to be on his back heels and really just defending himself out there. You know what I mean?
And real life, man, Yella's supposed to laugh at that because you should have known in your heart, man, who the f*** I rat on? I ain't even finna address you goofies. That's what I sent him and said, man, ain't no way you should be addressing that now. There's no way, because where do you get rat from that shit? I have no idea. And to address it like he was addressing, the public was getting off on that. You know what I'm saying? Because they know goddamn well this man ain't told nobody, starting them no investigation, and that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? Just like Wack 100. He was on the phone talking to an informant. Is he a rat?
You talking about Wack 100?
Yeah, Wack 100 identified Larry Hoover. He identified beef with Jay Prince to the FBI. When he should have said, man, I don't want to talk to no FBI, talk to my lawyer. Why he not a rat?
That's a valid question, but I'm not familiar with that situation.
Yes.
Could you break it down a little bit? What happened with Wack 100?
Wack 100, an FBI agent called Wack 100 and asked him about Jay Prince and Larry Hoover. He conversed with these people, the FBI, about it, even though he was saying, yeah, I know Larry Hoover. Yeah, but I'm doing a project about Larry Hoover with Jay Prince. The dude said, what? The FBI said, wasn't you beefing with Jay Prince? He said, yeah, in a sort of way, even if we was beefing on the internet, what they got to do with the FBI? You still let them know that y'all was beefing on the internet. That's all I'm saying.
It sounds like almost the same exact thing.
Exact same as Yella. So why he not labeled as a rat? That's all I'm saying. Because they know they jealous of King Yella, man. That's all I can see. And I'm not saying him because I love him, because it is what it is with me. If you told, I'm going to say, man, you got to stand on your business. You got to be willing to die for that. You know what I'm saying? You can't tuck your tail. You can't run. I feel like if a man make a choice to do something, nigga be willing to die for it. Yes, sir.
Nah, it makes sense, man. That makes sense. And I know that you're one of the OGs over there in Vegas when it comes to, and I don't mean that in a gang way. I mean that as like a older guy who's looking out for some of the younger guys who are new out there. And you've taken King Yella under your wing and a lot of other people under your wing. And in this situation, do you think that, he'll be able to just shrug this off and then bounce back and get back to doing what he does best?
It ain't nothing to shrug off. The people in the comments, those are the rats and the niggas with no motion. Anybody that's in the comments that got all that kind of time to be in the comment throwing salt, they're no one. He can't let them construct his career because they know for sure this man ain't told nobody. Find me somebody that's in jail that Yella told me. Find me an investigation that Yella got started. Show me something. They can't.
That's true. And it's going to seem like I'm taking his side, but a lot of the things that you're saying make sense. But also the fact that when it came down to do time for that gun, he's the one who went to jail for like 4 years, right?
He did his time. If he wanted to be a rat, he could have said, man, I know some murders out of Chicago. I know some dope that's out here in Vegas. And the feds to take that right up. That's how they work.
Yeah.
So he had no intentions of ratting on nobody. They blew that shit up.
He didn't make any sort of deal. Like, he didn't try to get a deal. He was just kind of just having a conversation with him, it seemed like.
To see what they had on them. But ain't nobody listening. They listening, they know the truth. But they just going with the shenanigans because it's King Yella, man. Come on, man. And it's real. That's on my nation.
Yeah, and he's got one of the bigger names in Chicago drill. So it's spread like wildfire, and a lot of people are posing the question out there, and they're asking different people who are in the rap game and stuff, how they feel about the situation. And it's split, you know what I'm saying? Some people, if they already had something against them or they've gotten to it in the past, they put it out there in a negative light. Some people are just trying to get an understanding of it. And I think you summed it up pretty good, you know what I mean?
Man, that ain't even nothing. Come on, man. That ain't even close to nothing. That's just like a police pull up I was in the police corruption. So that's like, saying all the big hitters and the big wigs and the mafia, everybody across the world that's dealing in major money, deal with the police in some form. That's on another level. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I know the game, man. They can't trick me out of my position. You feel me?
Nah, I hear you. And I love this insight, man.
Yes, sir.